We're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason, a viewer with a question about Baker Mayfield and chemistry with his wide receivers.
Dave, you're doing a really outstanding job. My question of it is if we draft, hopefully in the 13th round, granted that we get Garrett Wilson, do you think Baker Mayfield, can have that chemistry with him? I don't know. Hopefully they can answer that during the training camp. But I don't know. I really like Treylon Burks in that draft outside of Garrett Wilson. I don't know. You tell me what you think, Chief.
All right. As always, we appreciate all the voicemails. And Mary Kay, I think it's important to get a rookie wide receiver that you can develop that chemistry with, because I think that's probably the best way for Baker Mayfield to get chemistry. A guy who's coming in trying to learn the NFL, and Baker can kind of guide him the way they do things in this offense.
Yeah, you know what? There are so many good receivers in this class, too. It is a really good, strong receiver class. Now, there might not be necessarily the Jamar Chase. There might not necessarily be the Justin Jefferson. But there are some very, very good receivers, and we know who some of them are because a lot of people watch the Ohio State Buckeyes. So, we've seen the Garrett Wilsons, the Chris Olavs, then there's the Trey Burks, and there are some other ones. I advocated in one of my initial 3-round mock that we're doing. Some of us at cleveland.com, most of us on the Browns team, are doing a 3-round mock once a week, starting last week and leading all the way up to the draft. And, I'm trying to mix it up a little bit and maybe, start out with some things that get some discussion going. And one of the things that I had was them trading back up into the first round and taking Alabama's Jameson Williams. And he probably would have been the first receiver off the board in this draft had he not torn his ACL in the national championship game. So it's a bit of a controversial pick, but ACL injuries aren't what they used to be. Now you can go have your ACL surgery and you're back somewhere within 6 to 9 months. And for the most part, as we saw with Joe Burrow, you can come out and play some really darn good football in the season after your torn ACL. We also saw that with Odell Beckham Jr. and others this season. So I don't think that that's a sentence to not play well for Jameson this year. I think he probably will be back next year, maybe if not in the first 2-3 weeks, at some time early on in the season. And I think he's a player that could really help you. So, if you think you could get your hands on the best receiver in this draft, I would consider trading up to get him.